Well, hey there. I hope everybody is doing well out there. In today's video, I want to talk about why you should stop caring what other people think about you. Now, this may sound like a boring topic, but I think if you stick around, you'll actually enjoy this video a lot. Now, the majority of people out there just want to fit in. Now, the reason why they want to fit in is because they're scared that people are going to judge them if they don't fit in. So they live their life in a manner of which they just try to be like everybody else. They don't want to stand out because standing out is embarrassing. Standing out puts the spotlight on you. Standing out means that other people are going to talk about you constantly. And I'm not quite sure why, but the average human being fears that more than anything in this world. It's like public speaking. You know, the average person just doesn't want to go in front of an audience and speak. They can handle speaking to one person, but they can't handle saying that same thing to a room full of people because standing out is just too nerve-wracking for the average person. Well, in your normal life, you know, you're going to be judged. People are going to talk about you. People are going to say bad things about you. But what you have to understand is, and I want you to get this through your head, the people that hate you and the people that judge you don't matter. And the people that matter don't hate you and they won't judge you. Now that's just a fact that you need to get through your head. Just the other day I was hanging out with this girl and she was on her phone and she was looking through Instagram. And there was she was swiping through it and there was a girl that popped up and the girl was showing off her physique. The girl obviously worked out, right? You know, she was training hard to have a nice body. She wanted to compete or something like that, you know, do some physique challenges. And, this girl's looking at her and she's like talking bad about her, like calling her an attention whore and stuff. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, is that what you do with yourself? You look at other people who are doing things and you judge them. You know, you're not looking at yourself in the mirror. You're not judging yourself. You're just judging other people. So that lets me know that that person is just a human being that is strictly just watching other people and judging them, but never doing anything with their own life. You know, that's just a trait that so many people have. And the best thing that you can ever do with yourself is to break that mold and just destroy that person if that's who you are and become a different person. You know, when I started this YouTube channel, the judgment that I've received from people has been amplified by 1,000,000. You know, everybody's judged. Everybody has people talk about them behind their back. That's a fact. Everybody goes through it. But when I started this YouTube channel, and you know, I'm seen by millions of people. You know, at this point, there's not much I can do about it. Everywhere I go, if I go to the gym, if I go to church, if I want to work a regular job, if I want to, anywhere I go, within a couple of days, everybody in the whole place knows about my YouTube channel and they're all watching it. Why? Because somebody recognized me and they're all talking behind my back and all of a sudden everybody's watching, you know. And it's very common for somebody to approach me. Just the other day, this older woman approached me and she said, "Hey, have you uploaded any videos lately?" I said, "Well, yeah, I upload videos at least one a week, sometimes 2 or 3 a week." And she's like, my son really enjoys your content. Her son's like 21 or 22 or something. She said, yeah, your content's hilarious. We watch you all the time. I'm like, well, cool. Cool. Thanks for the compliment. It's always nice to get a compliment. And then somebody else approaches me that runs around with that lady. And they approach me and they say, hey, I heard you were a real piece of shit. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they said, yeah, well, that lady over there told me that you had a YouTube channel and you were a real piece of shit. Like, you said all kinds of screwed up stuff on there. And I'm just thinking, this lady approached me like she was a fan, and then went behind my back as if she hated my guts and told somebody else a completely different story. Now, if I waste a second caring what those people think of me, that's a second I can't get back. Time is precious, okay? And that's absolute bullshit that nobody wants to deal with. And everybody goes through this, regardless of what level you're on, where you're at, you're going to experience this. People are going to come into your life, and maybe they've been in your life for a long time, and they're going to talk to you. They're going to ask you questions. They may ask you something like, oh, where'd you go to college? So you tell them, I went to community college, back in my hometown or whatever. And they'll say, oh, that's cool. That's cool. What was your major? Blah, blah, blah. And you'll have a conversation. And then they'll go behind your back and they'll say, this guy doesn't deserve the job he has. He went to a crappy community college. He doesn't deserve to be where he's at. I found out that he is actually not qualified to be where he's at. That's what they try to do. That's just one example, but they ask you questions. They come after you. They try to figure things out about you, and then they twist it around behind your back and say things that just aren't true. They create this false narrative about you because deep down, they know they're not on your level. They know that you're a person who does things. You're a person who accomplishes things, and they're a person who does not. So they waste their time trying to knock you down. It's crab-ology. You put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, none of them will make it to the top because every time one of them makes it to another level, another crab tries to use them to climb up, and he just pulls him back down. They just keep pulling each other back down to the bottom. And that's the way these people work. You got to understand there's a lot of people out there that are like that. I know I sound like I'm going off the deep end here, but it's true. You have to let the dark come to light. Everybody that you meet in your life, you have to figure out which category they're in. Are they on your side? Or are they on the other side? If you watch this video this far, I am 100% sure that you're a person who is doing things. And you're a person who gets talked about. And you probably want to know how to deal with these type of people. What you have to understand is the only way to deal with these people is to not deal with these people. That's it. They can talk about you behind your back. They can say whatever type of bullshit they want to say about you, but it doesn't matter. It never will. That's all they have. They'll never be close enough to you to know the truth because you'll always be 2 steps ahead of them. Always. But there's a lot of people out there that are going to do that. And it's bizarre, but this negative energy that they bring to you, it's like that's all they have. All they have is negativity. They can talk bad about you. They can give you dirty looks. They can try to make you feel bad about yourself. They can give you the silent treatment. Whatever it is, whatever strategy they have to try to screw your life up, to try to screw your day up, to try to upset you, to hurt your feelings, to embarrass you, to humiliate you. they're going to take every opportunity they have and they're going to try to take advantage of it. The only way to avoid it is to avoid them. Block them out. Let the dark come to light. Always let your enemy expose themselves. When your enemy is self-destructing in front of you, never stop them. Not everybody's on your side. Some of them are below you. And that's the honest to God truth. I mean, that sounds a little bit harsh, but they can't be by your side if they're below you, because they're always looking up to you. They're always going to be jealous of you. They're always going to talk about you behind your back and try to pull you down to their level. So you can't let that happen. Anyways, that's about it for today, guys. Until next time, see ya.